Having one of those super greasy hair days today, and I was gonna put it in 2 braids, and then I realized that the last Amazon video I did was also having 2 braids. So apparently I only film Amazon videos and my hair is super oily. Hello everyone! I'm here today to share with you guys another round of a full face of makeup from Amazon, and today I'm going to be testing out the options that they have within their luxury beauty category. These are all products that I guess Amazon just deems to be super bougie and over the top, and so I bought a whole bunch of them and we're going to test them out on my face today. And as I do with all of my full face testing new products, I will do an update for you guys at the end of the day. We'll talk about the products, we'll zoom in, we'll look at everything, and we'll see if there are any new favorites and products I didn't so much like. I hope you guys find this video helpful. Give it a big thumbs up if you do. Don't forget to click on the little notification bell so you don't miss out on when new videos go live. And without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, I'm going to start with the eyes, and the first product is by Japanesque, and it is their Velvet Touch Eyeshadow Primer. It says here it's going to create a long-lasting, crease-free eyeshadow look. A lot of products off of Amazon in the Japanesque category are really well reviewed, but I thought I would start with this one because I have another primer that I won't test out today. Woo! I was not expecting the consistency to be that liquidy. I thought it was going to be a lot thicker than it is. We'll see if this is actually going to look like, oh, it looks like concealer on the eyes. Actually, that's a good thing. It feels almost silky, like oily on the skin. I don't know how this is going to like make my product stay on better. Oh, I got a little bit in my brows. Whoops. It seems to have canceled out a little bit of the veininess, which is good. And I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when I put eyeshadow on it. And for eyeshadowing, I'm trying out a new brand today. This is Smith & Cult and their eyeshadow. The packaging is kind of cool. Hopefully it'll pick up on camera because like, see how it's almost looking like it's bent? I thought that was so cool. Very, very fancy packaging. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's my face. Hello. That is really tiny. That is about the size of my thumbnail. So let's see the quality. Okay, they're very almost crumbly in terms of texture. Very pretty, very sparkly, very gold. Let's see this one that I thought was turquoise. Oh, you know what? That does look more turquoise. I guess I'll try and use as many of the colors as I possibly can. We'll start with this sort of a beigey shade here and put that all over the entire eye area. This one has a little hint of glitter in it. I don't know what they were going with this color. Then let's do a little bit of this color right on the lids. I'm gonna try pressing it on, like packing the color on with my fingertip. And then what happens if I use a wet brush? Okay, this was the wrong brush. It's literally just picking up a couple specks of glitter. Next, let's try you. I still think I like applying it better with my fingertip. Let's see what happens if I put a glitter primer on the other side. I know I'm testing out a primer, but this is very, very glittery, and I want to actually see if this glitter is going to stick to this. Just putting it on the inner part here, right where I'm going to put the glitter. I don't know. This is looking a little bit chunky. I don't think I like it. Let's put a little bit of this green color in the outer corner. Like, I don't know, are you wowed by this? I'm not wowed by this. I feel like the colors are fine. It's just like they're not like anything special. Like the packaging's really pretty. It's kind of Chanel-like, but like this is nothing crazy amazing to me. I don't know. Moving on to eyeliner, I'm going to be trying out the Balm Schwing black eyeliner. Schwing. I like that as a name. Schwing. It is a felt tip black liner. It's supposed to be really, really intense and dark black. Let's see if we can save this eyeshadow look. Like the color is fine. It's definitely not as black as I was anticipating, but like it's fine. I love how I always say I'm just gonna do a tiny little line today, and it always transforms into a giant dragon wing. There's nothing particularly bad about this liner at all. It just isn't as black as I was anticipating it to be. I do like the applicator. It does make it fairly easy to do a nice wing, but yeah, nothing special to me. Moving on to mascara. This is the Butter London Stroke of Wow Volumizing Mascara. And the picture on here with the eyeballs, the before and after, is pretty spectacular. So I have high hopes. Shh. Focus camera. The bristles on here are very, very interesting. You can see they are much longer on one side and shorter on the other. These are synthetic bristles. And it says on here to use the shorter bristles first at the base of the lashes, and then use a longer side to comb and add more definition and intensity. Using the short bristles is pretty good so far. It looks like a pretty black formula. Let's flip it over and try the other side. Okay, so that's one coat on one eye. It's like not bad. Not terrible, but not like my favorite either. All right, so there's 2 coats on the eyes, and I will say I do like how it looks right now, though the formula is a little bit on the heavier side. So I do like the fact that they do have the longer bristles on one end. It just makes it easier to kind of comb through those pieces. So if you don't like a really chunky thicker kind of a lash look, then you will not like this at all. I personally like it. I like the fact that it's very malleable, but I am a little concerned the fact that it is more on the thicker side, that it's gonna dry out faster, so that's just something else to keep in mind. Now I need to get these brows done, so I'm gonna test out the Stila Stale Day Waterproof Brow Color. It is supposed to have a marker-like brush tip to make it easier to fill in the brows with hair-like strokes, long wear, waterproof formula. It's a teeny tiny little brush, you see that? Oh, it's just a baby. We get little brow hairs or nah? Like, I can definitely feel it. It is very wet, which is good, because at first I was like, I don't feel anything. So it feels like it'll be very, very forgiving. I feel like this is gonna work more if you have like sparser areas in your brows. My problem area is like underneath my brow and at the top here. So I feel like it's just gonna look very painted. It's not gonna have the same sort of feathery effect as it would if you actually put it into the brows. And then before I go on and do the other brow, I do also have a mousse that I wanna try out. So I wanna try putting the mousse on first on one side and then the mousse on second on the other brow and just see if I like one way over the other because, you know, experimenting. And the mousse is by Blink and it is a brow mousse. Is a brow mousse. This is water resistant and there is a color to this. It's going to sculpt the brows and kind of put them in place. And it comes with its own little tube that, whoa, is like a big neon bright package thing. And it says, begin by applying lightly in a variety of languages. Apparently this is an issue when it comes to this product. Okay, lightly. Got it. It is dispensing quite a bit of product. It's not bad. It's like a pretty good color. I'm going to try it on the other side and try it first. Sometimes I find that putting in a tinted brow color first sort of creates the shape that I want, and then I can just sort of fill in specific areas with a pencil afterwards and it just looks a little bit more natural. Whoops. Got a little carried away with that. Yeah, let's try and put this pencil on over top. Yeah, I don't mind either of these products. They actually are working quite well. They look good on the brows. So far, I like it. All right, now that the eyes are basically done, I wanna go onto the face and I'm gonna test out the Tony Moly Silky Smooth Balm for Pores with an egg on it. It has a really cool like applicator, like it's a golden egg. You open it up and inside there is like a little balm thing. Looks like this. Oh my God. Okay, so that doesn't stay in the pot. Good to know. Well, now my pants are primed, everyone. The texture of this is very, very thick, like you can see it. Apply small amount and gently spread over loose pores. Ooh, I like the scent. It's almost like lemony. Feels really good on the skin. Very silky, soft, and smooth. It feels good on the skin. I really like the scent of it. So far, I like it. For foundation, I'm going to try one from Dermablend. This is their Flawless Creator Multi-Use Liquid Pigments Foundation. Apparently this is transfer resistant. It has 16 hours of smudge proofness to it as well. This is probably very similar to the Cover FX one, the difference being that this one you don't have to mix in with another product, whereas the Cover FX one you do. Shake it up here and apply it to the face. Okay, that is, that's chunky. Let's try and move some of this. Oh, that might be a little light for me. Let's ignore the fact for the moment that it's really, really light for my skin tone. And by the way, that was like 4 or 5 drops on there and it like blended over my entire skin. Overall, I gotta say, I like it. It is blending into the skin really nicely. It's not oxidizing either. So far, this is nice. So on to concealer next, and we have the Laura Geller Real Deal Concealer. This is in the shade Light, and I have to say, it was a struggle to try and figure out what shade I was going to be. I had no idea. I just sort of gambled. It says here on the package that it is intensely pigmented to hide blemishes and other hard to conceal skin imperfection, yet it's delicate enough to use under the eyes, and a little bit goes a long way. It says right here, serious coverage. That was way too much. Good job, Rachel. Way to listen. That is very, very, that's very pigmented. And it's definitely not as thick as I thought it was going to feel under the eyes. Like it doesn't feel like it's settling weird or it's going to, I don't know, be really heavy under the eyes. It's definitely taking care of those under eye circles, I'll tell you that. It did a good job on my giant zit I had on the side of my nose too. Oh, this is promising. I'm wondering how long lasting this is going to be. Like, it's thick and it'll cover a lot, but it's gonna wear off super quickly. I don't know. I feel like I need to breathe some life back into my skin right now. I'm looking very one-dimensional. So I'm gonna test out this blush. It is a cushion blush by Spoiler. It's by Tony Moly, and the product name is Spoiler. It smells like candy from my childhood. So we're gonna press a little bit into the little cushion here. And let's pat some on the cheeks. Kind of wanted to start really light, but like, that's really pretty. It does not match my eyeshadow at all. That is icy pink. In terms of the actual product itself, it is very easy to smooth out. It seems to be quite buildable. I don't hate it, I just don't like it for this particular look. And for highlight, we also have a cream product, and this is by Laura Geller. This is their Dew Dreamer Illuminating Drops. I believe these are relatively new. I got Diamond Dust here. It is supposed to be highly concentrated, super pigmented, over the top liquid highlight. Give it a good shake here. That is more oily than it is highlight. Hold on, let me shake it some more. The highlight itself is like really runny, you see that? And it has a bit of a pink undertone. Definitely not as like intense as I was anticipating it to be. I gotta say, I'm not overly impressed with this. Like, you can kind of see it on my skin. It's like, it's okay, but considering it says intensely pigmented on here, I'm not like seeing that. And now to set everything, finally, I'm going to use this one by Elizabeth Arden. It is their High Performance Blurring Loose Powder. And this, by the way, is the shade Translucent, but there are a couple of different shades in case you're interested. Let's try using the little sponge that they came with. So far, the powder is working really well. We'll see how long wearing it is and if it keeps my skin looking good all day. But it does look very like blurred and like pretty looking. I don't know. I like it so far. Okay, finally we can move on to bronzer. I can actually add some color to my face. And the bronzer I'm going to be using is by the brand Lordenberry. That just sounds really good. It just rolls off the tongue. Lordenberry. Ooh, and it's even made in Italy. Oh, fancy. The shade I chose is Sienna. They have a couple of different shades. I don't love the way that the colors are shown online. There are no swatches of anything, which is super annoying, so I just kind of guessed. This one seems to be very cool toned, which would be good for my skin tone, but just, you know, keep that in mind. That's pretty cool toned. So far, the color seems to be a pretty good shade match. It's very much on the light side. I prefer something with a little bit more of a sheen to it. Personally, like myself, I just like something to look a little bit more glowy when it comes to bronzer. It has added some life back into my skin, which was much needed though. And then before we go on to the rest of the products, let's just go back in with that highlight again. See if we can dazzle this up a bit. I think if you want something that's going to look more like a glow, like a sheen on the skin, I think you'd probably really like this formula. It would be really good if you like a softer makeup look. If you don't want something to look really chalky or powdery on the skin, then you might really enjoy this. But if you're looking for like a really strong strobed effect, I don't think you're gonna get it from this. And now to fix up my eye look, I added a little bit of the bronzer just underneath the eyes, and I'm taking a bit of this shimmery, like silvery kind of a color, and I'm patting it on top of the gold, and I'm just trying to see if I can dilute a bit of the oranginess and make it like mesh more with the rest of my face makeup in the way that it's ended up, because, you know, experimenting. And it seems to be doing it actually like a pretty good job. Like, my makeup look looks a little bit more cohesive now, so that's good. That's good. Okay, and lastly we have lip products, and I'm going to test out this one from Butter London first. I bought a bunch just in case. I didn't know what I was going to be in the mood for. This one is the Lippy Liquid Lipstick in the shade Wild Orchard. And it, Orchid? Orchard, what is it? Orchid, sorry. Wild Orchid, you know. It's not the same thing at all. And it says here it has the pigment of a lipstick and the high shine of a gloss, which I'm like really into right now. I'm really loving a glossy lip, and this color is amazing. Oh, it matches my headband. Ooh. Oh, that is nice. I don't think I like it for this look, but I do like the color. It is really pretty. I feel like for more of just a big fluffy lashes look, bronze face, tons of like glowy highlight and stuff, like this would be really pretty. Glossiness is nice. I don't feel like it's going anywhere. It's not on my teeth or anything, which I mean, that's just a win for gloss. If you don't have it on your teeth, you are winning. And it doesn't feel as heavy. I was worried because like you kind of had to like drag the applicator across to get the color on. Yeah, no, I like it, but I want to try something else. The next one I'm going to try is by Jouer, and this is their Longwear Lip Cream in Fruit de la Passion. I just mixed in some English and French there. Whoa. Also really pigmented, but in an entirely different way. The color is really pretty. I love the matte-like look to it. And it feels very cemented to the lips, and I like the dark, bright pink. It feels almost like day wearable, if that makes sense. But like, it's very sticky. You guys see this? Oh, so sticky. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Now you know it's gonna be long wearing. Look at it. It's not coming off. So that's a plus if you can put up with the whole stickiness issue. It is gonna last on your lips. Don't worry everyone, we have one more to play with. This is by Better London. It's their Plush Rush Lip Gloss, and this is supposed to be pout perfection with a high gloss shine. Whatever that means. The color is called Dance Party, and it immediately grabbed me because it looks almost bright neon. If you want to see a real neon, go and check out the video that I did on Tuesday. That was intense. But this one has almost like a goldy reflex to it, very summery and corally and pretty. It smells like sweet cocktails almost. Oh, I like that. Now this one isn't as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. It just feels like a nice sheer wash of color, which some people are into. I was hoping that it would be more this punchy color, but that's okay. The difference between this one and the lippy one, the orchid one, is this one on my lips right now feels much thicker. It's not sticky though, but it does feel like something is more there than the orchid one. I don't think I'd like this formula as much if it was more of a pigmented gloss and very full coverage, because I'd be worried that it would slip all over the place, but because it's more of a sheen, I don't mind it. And then lastly, setting spray, everyone. I didn't lose this one. And this is one apparently a lot of you guys really like, because I've been getting requests from you guys to actually test it out, so here I am today. This is by Mario Badescu, and this is the facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. This can be used as a primer. It can be used to touch up the skin throughout the day. So many rave reviews, so I'm pretty excited to actually get to test this out right now. It's a much stronger spray than I was expecting. Less of a mist and more of a spray, if that makes any sense. I'm getting little water droplets on my skin here. Ah, Dave the makeup Rachel, save it, save it. So apparently less is more with this product, and it does smell like a very expensive spa. This is something probably that I would use before my makeup versus after, because of the whole fiasco that I just experienced. So now that my face is set, I'm curious to see how this is going to last throughout the day. So I will check in with you guys at the end of the day. We'll go over everything. We'll see how everything is wearing. I feel like it was kind of a mixed bag today. There were products I really liked and ones not so much. But regardless, I will see you guys at the end of the day. Hopefully everything is still holding up. Currently kneeling on the floor right now because my chair broke and so I need to get it fixed. So here we are. How you doing? But it is the end of the day, so I wanted to share with you guys what my makeup is actually looking like, how it was looking throughout the day, all that kind of stuff. The under eye area looked a little bit on the yellow side, but for most of the day, honestly, my skin looked really good. It didn't look cakey. My pores looked minimized. I liked how the foundation was looking as well. Overall, I was pretty impressed with that. The brows were fine. The mascara's a little on the clumpy side for me personally. Wasn't the biggest fan. It wasn't terrible though. And then the eyeliner, super dramatic and over the top. It seems to have stayed in place, though it is not the blackest one that I've ever used. I liked the gloss. That felt really nice on the lips, though it did wear off obviously over time. And then the eyeshadow was really pretty and sparkly, but honestly, I have ones from the drugstore that are just as good. So let me know if you guys have tried anything from Amazon in their luxury beauty category. Was there anything that you liked? Things that you didn't like? Do you order makeup off of Amazon? Inquiring minds need to know. Don't forget to check out the video that I did on Tuesday where I tested out this actually fluorescent neon bright lip. It's been selling out everywhere. It's $10 and I wanted to kind of put it to the test, see what it looked like in the dark, under black light, in the light. I just wanted to kind of play around with it, and so you can kind of see what my thoughts are over there, as well as my Rachel's Life channel if you are interested. If you like tasty videos, I've been testing out a bunch of tasty recipes, so you can go and check that out as well. I've been really having fun with that. So yeah, that's everything. I hope you guys are having an amazing week, and I will be back on Sunday with my chair again. Love you girls. Mwah.